now. That character's been buffed. I'm terrified.
Yeah, that is not a character people have been talking about a lot since release, but since the buffs, things can happen. So instead of 4 Byleth mains, there might be 5 or 6 out there in the future.
No Byleth on stage this time. Instead, we have Ike, the not quite a distance demon, but a character who has a bit of a range advantage here, using the super armor on the up B to rack up tons of damage to start this off. And WaDi can't quite get his feet set in this matchup.
It's kind of just tough because Ike has a lot of range, a lot of buttons, and oh my goodness, WaDi actually air dodging into it a little bit. rm8 wanted to be a little bit aggressive, trying to find anything. Not quite finding it, but kind of keeping WaDi disadvantage here. Right off the gate is strong stuff. Will it do it that time, though? Just barely.
So only 19% so far on rm8. WaDi just is getting overwhelmed with these hitboxes all of a sudden, forced to edge again. And he just throws out something aggressive. rm8 wheels back and has the perfect option. Up B again. WaDi cannot get anything going.
I'm liking that option select from rm8. Just kind of throws out some buttons, and then just when WaDi thinks they have any chance to kind of put themselves on the board, deal with it a little bit. No, the Ike is swinging, and there we saw an up air take that second stock, and we're barely a minute over here, and WaDi's already on last stock.
Wangin is a good way to put this right now. rm8 is just surrounding himself with a bubble of hitboxes, and WaDi right now has no response. He misses the laser, gets the down smash because rm8 dropped shield a little bit too early, but immediately forced out a disadvantage. It looks like WaDi just... He's been very good at securing momentum, but the gyro intercepts rm8's up B after the wall bounce. How unfortunate is that? Perhaps a new lease on life, as this robotic operating buddy got an extra toy to steal your stock.
That gyro does so much for Rob, it is insane. And actually it looks like WaDi has found some of their footing here. My goodness.
This would be a hell of a comeback if he makes it off of that gyro, Jank. Good lord. Has to go low, though. Doesn't have too much fuel left. Double roll. Tries the down tilt, but gets the berry. Up tilt. Can't get the up air. Phenomenal mash and DI by rm8. But he has to expend the double jump, and WaDi's got the forward air to cover that option, too.
Has to be so careful here, though. Triple-digit % is definitely going to be rough versus an Ike. Has to be so careful, but starting off so strong already.
Edge pressure situation, but rm8 rolls back. So no sudden side B to take the stock at 30. But WaDi trying for it.
WaDi wanted it so bad. rm8, though, is not looking great. It's getting close now. Oh my goodness, the chase!
After getting 2.5 stocks absolutely mangled by rm8, WaDi makes an incredible comeback, starting with the wall bang gyro toss.
I don't know how WaDi manages to do it, so I'm just going to summarize it as plot armor.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea how he managed that. Like, what a turnaround right there. That is that top player mentality, able to go ahead and silence the voice in the back of your head that says, you know what, just go ahead and down air off stage and we'll reset this game too. No, this man was fighting for every inch.
You have to respect someone who can come back from the depths like that. My goodness. It was amazing to see that in action. WaDi finally woke up after getting that that special little play with the gyro. But hey, always a chance of redemption. We're getting the run back to FD, and let's see if rm8 can keep it going for 3 stocks instead of 2.
This time, WaDi perhaps is going to back off a little bit more. We saw him starting this off with 2 projectiles. Perhaps he's recognizing that when it comes to a battle of the hitboxes, rm8 will be only too happy to oblige him, so maybe a little bit more of a passive option is warranted. But look at that pressure, just Nair immediately baiting out the incorrect grab option by WaDi, and then rm8's able to punish again.
A little bit of even percentages right now, feeling each other out. This is much different than that first game where WaDi just got steamrolled. It's much more even as these two are feeling each other out, kind of trading some blows. WaDi's still in a bit disadvantaged, though, so I'm liking the aggressiveness from rm8, but it's very dangerous versus Rob sometimes.
put himself in the corner. Now WaDi gets the opportunity to respond. Forces rm8 high, but missing on that laser. Another opportunity here. The up air, intercepting the jump by rm8, and rm8 just has to side B. And this is such a bad spot. He's going to be able to up B, but not quite enough distance right there. And WaDi, again, he was behind once more stock one. Not quite as extravagant as a comeback as game one, but already showing rm8 that you cannot rest on any kind of victory or lead.
Indeed. I'm liking the fake outs there, the empty landing into a grab. 128%, WaDi needs to be careful here. But just with a lead right now, this is all just extra credit all the way. Fortail not even killing.
This is the exact percent where WaDi started to make his recovery. Let's see if rm8 has something in his back pocket. Well, he's got the stock.
It appears so. The power of Ike up B is strong with this one.
Yeah, I remember when they buffed Ike, they took away his like Nair plane conversions. They took away that working at every single percent, and then they just gave him up B conversions that worked at every single percent.
Kill option out of shield. Powerful indeed.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Like, they're going to make the character more diverse. It's going to have more options than just nairing. Now it's just going to up B.
It's Nair to up B now, instead of Nair to up air.
He gets the conversion to the back air. If that was a sweet spot back air, that's threatening a kill around this percent. Gyro actually interrupting the lag from the roll onto edge.
And speaking of interrupting,
yeah.
A connection error has occurred.
This is the world we live in. So WaDi and rm8 appear to be continuing their match. It looks like this is only VGBC's spectators getting booted in the arena. So we will have to see if this match finishes up with WaDi taking the W of rm8 is going to draw even after that phenomenal comeback by WaDi game one.
This isn't the first time that this has happened with WaDi, I believe, either. I think this has happened when watching WaDi sets before.
This actually happened 4 times in the last time that WaDi made a deep run.
My goodness. WaDi is streaming right now. So,
I'm going to
could
go
be a
ahead and
factor.
pull up the stream.
Looks like it's a last stock scenario between the two. Pretty close anyone's game. Has to be careful. Depends if we're going to get another game of them on this stream. We will see.
Both characters at last hit, last stock percentages right here. WaDi's going to go ahead and try to finish this off with an up air. Tries for the conversion here by rm8. Not quite finishing off. Forward throw off stage.
It's getting pretty neck and neck now. WaDi is pressing a lot of buttons trying to find him slip and actually dies to an up air from rm8 last stock, last hit scenario. So we will get to see one more game of these two competitors after the fact.
Yep, neutral air into up air conversion, and WaDi does a little bit of a dance in his chair as he is unhappy with the way that match ended. He basically got a little bit over aggressive, tossed out a couple smash attacks, and got hard punished for it. So most likely we will not have to remake the arena. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of work on our side to ensure that we can keep this broadcast going here. But thank you all so much for sticking with us while we deal with these technical difficulties.
It's a special part of the Wi-Fi meta, so always a fun time.
In addition, I've seen a few folks actually call out the Funky Kong music in the lobby. If y'all enjoy any of these production elements, including the plushies, the overlay management, or the music, go ahead and give our stream runner some love. That man is on Twitter at BoatJail. You may know him as The Brig.
Excellent person, has an excellent beard right now, and speaking of good music, we get to end this set with Meta Knight's Revenge playing on Small Battlefield. We're in for a jazzy time as these two get to press buttons in each other's faces, Scabs.
Oh yeah, they are both mashing a wee bit right now. These are two players who do not like passive gameplay, who want to go ahead and throw hands, and each are about to see who's got that glass jaw on game 3.
So far, it looks like rm8 is the one struggling a bit because, hey, that's the power of Rob. That's the double up air. But Immaculate DI living from that, getting tacked by the laser, but still surviving at ledge. The up B beating out the side B. My goodness.
My jank better than your jank, dog. Don't challenge it. My jank better.
My cheese has been aged a lot longer. But speaking of cheese, just gets slapped in the back of the head from a gyro. Not how you want to go out with a missed tech, but hey, looks like WaDi's taking that lead and running with it.
That's the second time that RM8 has missed a tech due to a gyro blow after he goes off stage trying to challenge WaDi. I think that perhaps he might want to go ahead and keep that aggressive up B in his back pocket or turn it around so that you can actually clank with the gyro.
We'll see if rm8 can make any adjustments here in a second, because right now it is looking pretty tough. Down a full stock, losing a lot of traction, just getting pestered in that disadvantage state.
WaDi is really extending for these up airs. Like he desperately wants this stock early. He does not want to have to deal with Ike with rage for any amount of time.
I like the SDI out of that uppie as well. Doesn't want to get by the hard hit of it either. 145% now in rm8 stock. Getting clipped by the side B. That's going to be the stock, and only one more for WaDi to be on the winner's side of top 8.
Up B again by RM8, some decent damage, but he has to finish this up. The up air not quite going to do it, and I don't know that he has any conversions into that anymore at this percent. He gets the up B, but WaDi falls out of the strong hit.
And now rm8's just scrambling for an option. Anything will do. Please just let me get a kill. It's the dash attack that finally does it. But WaDi is up a clean stock, so if WaDi can just keep playing like he's been playing, it should be no big deal to seal the deal.
I mean, I don't know, man. We saw what WaDi did game 1. I am not counting RM8 out at all. He tries for the down air, an early kill, but instead opens him up to WaDi's counterattack. Not quite working out. Grabs WaDi directly out of shield and tries to go ahead and get the double up here, but no chance at all as WaDi just gets out of dodge. And again, we're seeing WaDi be super slippery. He keeps getting out of these opportunities that RM8 has to open him up for high damage. Instead, he just like chips away at mid-distance with laser and gyro.
And it does the trick quite well, as we can see right here. So many upbees coming out from rm8, just struggling to get any solid hit in versus WaDi. WaDi's making it so hard for him right now, and hey, even with Immaculate DI, you can only escape for so long off stage, because look at all these lasers, look at all of that, and that will do the trick. rm8 is saying goodbye, and WaDi lets him take one with him, because he probably wanted the down air, but hey, coming out on top.